been on this operation since around 3 a.m. and they've made some arrests and recovered some goods that are being used for illegal mining. But Naledi, the scenes that we have seen are quite horrific. Let me step out of shot so that my colleague Ulisani Rebebe can show you the depth of this dish that we see. This is a residential area in a village. It's been dug up, and this is just one of many that we've seen. But Naledi, as you can see, the proximity and the depth of this dish to households where people live with their children, it's quite scary. As you can see, that house just in front of us, and there's also other dishes. Look at the kids playing in front of their house with a deep dish just in front of them. So these are scenes that we've seen quite across this area. It's not just in these households, across this entire village. This is how it is, and police say they have been on the ground trying to make sure that they close up the dishes, and also they get rid of syndicates that are operating in these dishes, Naledi. But the other thing that we've seen, Naledi, some you'd think it's a normal yard with a house. When you get inside that house, Naledi, there's a dish inside. It looks like it's a passageway that walks through to, I don't know where it goes to reach other dishes. But what was quite interesting about one of those passageways that we saw is that it runs through a school, a primary school. We've seen houses caving in some of the areas, and we wonder if the school could also be a victim of such things. But to speak more about this operation, I'm joined by the Provincial Commissioner of Police here in Limpopo, General Thembi Debe. General, thank you so much for your time. Let's talk about your operation. It started at around in the early hours of this morning. What are some of the successes that you've had since morning?
Pimani, thank you very much to you and to your viewers at home. Let me say, yes, we started around 12 midnight with a surveillance team that started earlier. We have already arrested 19 suspects in connection with illegal mining. We also have confiscated a brand new tipper and a brand new excavator, as well as a load of stock of stockpiles that has been also identified, which estimated value can be 15 million. We also have confiscated a lot of equipment that is used, like your generator, your all these things that they are using, a lot of those equipment. We are currently continuing, and we're still going to continue. We are supported by DMRE. We are also supported by the SANDF. We are doing a great job on the ground.
What else can the people of Sekhukhune specifically, because this is actually quite scary, General, what we've seen. It's literally on everybody's doorstep. What can the people of Sekhukhune think you will be bringing to ensure that this is literally stopped completely in the area?
Our intelligence need to get down on the ground. Because it will not assist us to continuously pluck the lower fruits. We need to deal with the syndicate, we need to deal with the kingpins that are really on this issue of illegal mining, so that we discourage. We need to close down and shut down the market that is available for what we see happening here. It's sad. We had an engagement with the MRE, who is currently engaging some of the mines that are mining, that maybe have the permits in this particular belt, so that we can work on rehabilitating all these open holes, given the risk that is associated with. It's a shock that even ourselves, we are scared that one day we might be driving in this R37 and we get down, because you will not underestimate that these holes are extending up to across the R37 itself, and even other houses that are affected, like we have indicated. So it's a matter of urgency that we rehabilitate these places. We make sure that they are closed down, and we bank on DMRE to do what they have to do in their own space. We are doing the policing part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is the Provincial Commissioner of the SAPS here in Limpopo. But as she was mentioning, a larger part of this depends on rehabilitation. But we've also heard the people of Sekhukhune saying the reason they participate in this illegal mining because of hunger, lack of employment in the area, while they live among minerals. When the area is rich in minerals, calling for them to be legal, to be given licenses in order to perform this. So as the Commissioner was saying. They are joined by the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy. And joining us now, Naledi, is the Deputy Director General of Compliance, Ms. Madikeledi Muloto. Mamuloto, let's speak about rehabilitation. What are the plans to ensure that these walls are closed up because kids are in danger?
Good morning to the listeners at home and the viewers. Yes, this is one of the dangerous holes that we're seeing. And as the department, you remember that each and every person in South Africa who's supposed to mine, they must get a license from us. But if you look at areas like this is not a license that we granted. It's clear that it's illegal mining that is happening. Then from our side, we will make sure in collaboration with the SANDF as well to make sure that we close all these dangerous holes because they will pose a risk to our communities nearby.
There's also been calls for communities being granted mining licenses. How far is that process? Is that something that we're likely to see in this area?
Communities can be granted licenses if they apply. We've got a process in terms of our act, which is the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Development Act. In terms of that act, any person is eligible to apply as long as they meet the requirements. So it's easy to find a hole like this which does not have an owner, but people should come to the office. Our nearest office is in Limpopo, is in Polokwane in town, but they can also apply online. But if people don't know how to apply online, they can come to our offices in Polokwane for assistance to apply. We encourage people to apply and not to conduct any illegal activities.
Are you currently seeing any applications? Are you sitting on any applications? How is that going?
There are applications in the office of people who want to be legalized, but this particular one, there is no a particular application. That's why we consider this as an illegal mining operation.
Are there people who've been legalized? Is that possible?
Yes, it is possible. The people that have been legalized through our process, it is possible.
Community members?
Including community members, yes.
Thank you so much. Naledi, that is the Deputy Director General of Compliance in the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy, talking through about the processes that residents of these and other areas in Sekhukhune need to go through to ensure that they mine legally in this mineral rich area.